Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. As usual, we're going to be looking at what's happening with Divine Feminine Collective at this time, with Divine Masculine, and with the connection. I will begin as usual with an oracle deck, and today will be the Cosmic Journey Oracle, and then at the end I'll also pull some cards from the Hermit Tarot deck to get us some messages between the twins. So this is going to be a classic read. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's get on with it. Hope you guys have a great start of the week. I did take a day for myself yesterday, wasn't posting, was taking a break, had a quite a long and eventful week last week. This week is gonna be interesting as well. We have our full moon in Capricorn on Wednesday, and I saw how huge the moon was last night, at least in our area in New York. So I get that it's going to be one of those super moons. Oh, out of the mess comes elegant order. That's what we have for Divine Feminines. Yes, so the chaos, we're reminded the chaos has its own benefits. And one of those is, of course, the new order of things. It's reordering, right? It's like, imagine if your kid has a lot of different toys, that are kind of, or even like a box of Lego, right? And maybe they were put together according to instructions at first, but then they were put apart, and that means you can do so many other things with it when they are all kind of apart from each other, and you can build something new, as opposed to just looking at whatever was already built, whatever was intended to be built with those parts, and it will just be one solid figure, right? That will be like a statue on the shelf. So yeah, this is, and we have a confirmation from the outside. Apologies for the noise, but yeah, it's quite a nice day. It's not too hot yet, so I'm keeping my window open. Important part comes elegant order. So this is a big thing to look forward to, and I think this week is going to show us, because if you remember, with the full moon we have an ability, and especially with Capricorn is feminine energy, it's earth energy, it's very grounded energy. Capricorn is a very practical sign. It's somebody who, no matter how ethereal and 5D the information is, they will apply it and will help ground it into the 5D, into the everyday life, into 3D existence. It's very important to have those kind of skills, to have that kind of vision, right? Of how can you take it out of there and apply it here, right? So we will see new ways of how that chaos or experience of dealing with chaos, thank you, will help create this new order. All right, for masculines. And by the way, remember to like the video, to subscribe to my channel, to leave a comment. Appreciate your support, guys. And if you're interested in a personal reading or a coaching session, reach out via an email address and we can agree all the details. For coaching, I usually do a 20-minute call, free of charge, to get to know you, understand what you're looking for, and kind of give you a brief summary of what I see I can do for you to help with your goals, your situation. Okay, we have number 21. Oh, love. Look at this. Number 20, number 21. I was shuffling for a while there. Beautiful. Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. Nice. So, see, there is actually mirroring effect with these messages, because there's also a new level of clarity that comes up. I remember when I was something like 20 years old, one of the metaphors I had about my insight, my epiphany, like seeing the world with new eyes, was when I was a student back then, and back in Ukraine, and I was taking public transportation from where I was living in my dorm at the university to like the city center, even to campus, because they were very far away from each other. And I would take trolley bus to the subway station, and you know, in trolley buses, a lot of times you had dirty windows. You could have some foggy glass as well, if obviously because of the weather. Not sure what noise that is, but hopefully it will stop. So I did have that epiphany that it's if you were looking onto the world through this glass that was foggy and dirty, dusty, and then suddenly someone wiped it clean, and you can see so much of a fuller, brighter picture. And that's what divine masculines are getting here, right? That's the process this week, because with the full moon they will be able to see fuller picture of things. Not necessarily the situation will change necessarily, but their vision will change, their focus will change, and it may be a little overwhelming. So if you notice that from your DM, this is by design. And the full realization of what it is about, what it means for their life, may take a few days. But Capricorn will definitely help ground it. Not just be like, oh wow, I never realized that, or never knew that part of the story. It will also help ground it to introduce changes to our lives, which is the most important part. Okay, let's get into tarot. We'll be using this deck today. Let's see what's going on with divine feminine energy. Okay, and tomorrow, of course, I will be doing the special reading for the full moon, so watch out for that. Oops. And by the way, if you're subscribed to the channel, but you're not always notified, or you don't see when new videos come up, hit the notification bell and you will get a message. We have happiness. Wow, it's 9 of Cups actually. Beautiful, I love it. We'll pull a clarifier as well. What do we have for divine masculines? Woo! Okay. Sorry guys. It's quite far away. Ooh, okay. The Magician. Nice. What about the connection energy? We got 6 of Pentacles in reverse. All right, bottom of the deck, the Strengths. It's actually 9 of Wands in this deck. It's like Strengths in minor arcana. It's interesting that I also have 9 of Wands in this clarifying deck, just on top of the deck. But yeah, it's that part with, I would even call it courage more than strengths. But you know, if we would look for the card in major arcana for courage, it would still be strengths. It would still be that number 8. So it's that idea. I'm feeling this is more being courageous. It's interesting that it also has the sun and the moon in this deck. It has bliss underneath, by the way, 6 of Cups. It's this journey where there's a constant exchange between yin and yang, between the sun and the moon, between the shadow and light, between pain and healing, right? There is this dynamic that is helping us learn about each of those aspects through this change, through the contrast. Okay, please clarify 9 of Cups for feminines. Okay, King of Wands, please clarify the Magician for masculines. Okay, please clarify 6 of Pentacles in reverse for the connection. Queen of Pentacles, gotcha. Bottom of deck, 4 of Pentacles, yeah. It's about holding space, holding your own. Knowing when to give and when it's safe to give, and when it's better to kind of hold your energy, right? That's an interesting concept. We'll get to it in a minute. So for the feminines, we have 9 of Cups, which is happiness in this deck, clarified by 9 of Wands. Yeah, so 9 of Wands is one of my divine masculine cards. Basically, divine feminines are seeing the happy aspects of the journey at this point, the happy aspects of communication, of the connection. They're seeing how this someone, right, could be a man or a woman, gender doesn't matter, but the masculine energy is inspirational, but not just in an emotional way, not just in a romantic way, but not like the fairy tale stuff, but in a very practical way. This is the shaman card, right? This is someone who can make changes, who can get things happen, right? It's encouraging them to see the practical aspect of it, to see the lessons, see the new possibilities as they come up. That's the part here, right? Because Nine of Cups is also about dreams coming true. And it's almost like I'm feeling that some of the possibilities for a dream come true, they're not even about the dreams, the conscious dreams that Divine Feminines have had. It's almost like this is the dream that I've never had, right? But it's coming true, and I realized that I've always wanted it. That sort of idea that I just didn't know about. It's this extra layer of knowledge. And it's not, that's what I'm getting here, it's not an easy road necessarily, right? But there is also some confidence because of the way Divine Masculines are, and because of how beautiful this connection is. There's also confidence that Divine Masculine will be around energetically or in the physical, both at the right time, and that you're not by yourself on this road. Beautiful. For masculines, we have the Magician clarified by Five of Pentacles in reverse. So guess what? Masculines see a new jolt of energy where they realize that everything is in their hands. Their happiness is in their hands, right? Their abundance, their financial stability is in their hands. It's not a matter of circumstances, right? It's getting out of the victim mentality and going into like using your resources, using your skills, understanding, taking a step back to see a bigger picture, like a true magician, right? To see where it sits with the lifetime goals, with aspirations, maybe with dreams, right? I was seeing like huge, meaningful dreams the last couple of nights, right? So getting all kinds of messages and like subtle intuitive nudges that there's more to life than what they've been focusing on so far. And even if they still want to pursue that, that's fine, but need to take a new look on things and take charge. Manifest, I'm hearing manifest what I want, not just comply with how things are, with status quo, and manifest something I don't want, right? Because the more that you're agreeing that, okay, well, that's where we are, I cannot do anything about it, or I don't know, I just don't have enough skill or experience to move this forward. The more you keep telling yourself that, that's actually relevant for anyone listening to this. The more you're telling yourself that story, it may seem like it's one of the societal cliches where you're supposed to be happy with what you have, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's fine. But don't just settle with, okay, this is where I am and there's nothing I can do about it. Full stop. Nope. That's the wrong part of the message. Be appreciative for what you have, even if it's not very much. That's the good part, right? But then you should still work from it, right? Use it as a foundation of how you want to bring in even more, or discover something new in addition to this, right? Depending on where your guidance is leading you, is taking you. You will always see signs and possibilities from life. They will be given to you. It's also about, do you take it up? Do you show that strength and courage to take it up? Or you just stay where you are because it's easier to just say, well, there's nothing I can do about it because it depends on this and this authority figure. Or I just don't have the skills to be presented on that scale. I'm just not very good with people, so I cannot reach the popularity that people need to make it happen, right? Whatever it is, and you can fill in the blank with whatever fits for you, right? But it's about building on top of, if you hit a wall somewhere, as if I don't have knowledge here and you understand logically, you aren't gonna get it. Find the solution, have that can-do attitude. Okay, I can hire someone who can help me with that. Or maybe I can approach the same domain, the same kind of business in a different role. and build my fortune that way. How can I get some passive income out of it, right? So I can take a break now and then, so I can be creative and innovate, so I can be learning new stuff rather than just commit to something and keep working long hours day in, day out, not having an opportunity to do something new or, you know, different with my life. For the connection we have, speaking of which, we have Six of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by Queen of Pentacles. So this to me is the time when the twins realize that they don't have much capacity to give away, to give out, to share. This is the time to conserve the energy and build their own. It doesn't mean that they are just by themselves, right? The Queen of Pentacles is like the household, the head of the household, or, you know, at least the hostess, right? This mother figure or wife figure, right? Somebody who's setting up a loving, nurturing, comfortable home, right? Something who is arranging for the life to be beautiful, healthy, fulfilling, right? This is that figure. So this is about remembering that this is the feminine energy, yes, and it's needed for both of the twins now. First of all, to take care of themselves. This is critical, that you take care of yourself. Don't think that you need to give away just because you're a light worker, you're a kind person, and that's what everybody else is doing around you. No, it's another wise point, right? Remember the serenity prayer, right? Knowing when is the right time to do that and when it's time to look after yourself, to conserve your energy or to replenish it, right? Maybe you've been doing a lot of giving away recently. Maybe right now with the astrological events and everything that's happening in life, you're going through some big shifts yourself internally. Honor that, respect that. You probably do that if it was happening to somebody else around you. You wouldn't be pushing them to just ignore that and just keep going with whatever chores they have to do, right? You would give them that space, that time to deal with whatever they're dealing with, to get better, to get more stable, right? And this is the respect you're supposed to give yourself now, and this nurturing energy. Be kind to yourself at this time. Okay, last but not least, let's see what we have with the messages from Divine Masculines, first of all, to Divine Feminines. Yeah, immediately we see I need more time, and this love scares me. Take from it what you will, yeah? But I need more time, I get it. So for both of the twins, we see this energy of like, and you remember I was talking about new revelations for the masculine. And it may take them some time to kind of get out of the overwhelming part and get into the practical part. And what I can see here, it will be about this connection as well. So it's not just their life at large, but you know, that's how it is with twin flames. As soon as we look at the life at large, you know, whatever aspect of it we're looking at, one or another way we'll have a connection with our twin, with the twin flame journey, with the connection that we have with our person. And the same it's doing for them. And because Divine Masculines are kind of by default less aware, or they have less trust in this journey, right? Less knowledge or less trust, or both. Then you can almost guarantee that each big insight and revelation that they have will have something to do with the connection with you, Divine Feminine. With them seeing it in a new light. How, you know, why it's meaningful, why it's the way to go, why this is the source of love, of energy, of balance and harmony, of fulfillment, you know, financial, emotional, all aspects of it, right? This is how they're getting closer to that full realization. Messages from Divine Feminine. Okay. We have, do you think about me too? And love is the answer. Beautiful messages. Yeah, and this is a reminder that there may be less communication than usual at this time, or at least if any divine masculines needed a confirmation that even without the communication in 3D, divine feminine has you on their mind. This is your confirmation. You're always on their mind. And they know that love is the answer. So no matter what kind of challenges each of you or both of you are facing at the moment, love is ultimately gonna help heal it all and solve it all. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye, everyone.